and he came down in a BMW at the time, and he had all these big chains on and jewelry, and people who was literally worshiping the ground he was walking on, and it was a total contrast from the guy that I remember leaving in Houston with my parents' divorce, but he was a drug dealer. And I remember the disdain and hatred I had because I was part of at this point in school, I was part of the DARE program, man. I wanted to be like typical kids. Either I wanted to be a firefighter, police officer, or a preacher. And because in my mind, I had circumvented the idea that these three professions actually can make a difference in somebody's life and help. And that's all I wanted to do. And so here comes my dad, boom, totally opposite of what I wanted to become, but there was always a longing, regardless if it was a big one or not, of me wanting to become a son. You know, I was a son to my mother, but I wasn't a son to my father because my father was absent, and I didn't have daddy issues, but I just felt like that was the piece of the puzzle that was missing. And he kept coming down every weekend. I didn't know what he was doing. This dude would pull out, he had a briefcase, man, with so much money in it. I've never seen it like that. You know, this back like in '88, you know, you could buy a 2-piece chicken, a link of Buddha, a jungle juice for $3. You know what I mean? And so, but this cat riding around with 50 grand in the suitcase, in his briefcase. He wearing a gold chain that's worth at least 10, 15 grand. Rolex, I mean everything, right? And I remember one time I came to him because I had really got good in basketball, and I was playing AAU ball for Louisiana Stars at the time, and I went from 8th grade to playing varsity basketball, which was a huge honor, especially on the Sunset High School basketball team, because we had a legendary coach, Francis Singleton. If he's not in the High School Hall of Fame of Louisiana, shame on Louisiana, because this dude never had a losing record. And but we had some amazing players, bro, that was actually drafted to the NBA, but you know, drugs, of course, in it, and derailed a lot of campaigns.